So I don't know what this video is going to be, if I'm going to add it to the restock vlog or a separate video. So I'm just stepping out of my comfort zone, and I'm going to be doing something very, very different. Kind of want to document the whole thing. Should I don't know, but ooh, I'm nervous, but I'm going live. Hold on. Okay, so I'm going live at 9 o'clock. I'm nervous, I'm excited. So we're going to be talking about stepping out of your comfort zone. So stepping out of your comfort zone is something that I definitely struggled with. Being comfortable, it's easy to be comfortable. It's easy to not do something different. It's just very easy to stay complacent. So in this live, we're going to be talking about how stepping out of your comfort zone is crucial and why you should do it. And where's my notebook? So let me write it out of your... Hello everybody coming in. Step out of your comfort zone. Post. Hello. How do you pin a comment? Hold on. I'm still new to this live stuff. Hi Kiara. Hi Rachel. Ooh, it's a lot of people coming in. Hold on. I'm trying to pin this comment so you guys can know what I'm talking about today. Hello. I'm super excited. I'm nervous. I'm still new to this live stuff, so I'm a little nervous. Hello everybody. How's your night? If you can hear me, comment down below black hearts. Comment down below black hearts. If you can hear me, black hearts. We're in the office right now. I'm super excited for this live. Lots of value. Lots of gems. We got special speakers coming on. Who's on here? Comment down below black hearts if you can hear me. Okay. I'm super excited. I'm nervous. If I start sweating, don't mind me, okay? Hello, I'm gonna wait to some of you guys. It's a lot of people in here. We got 62 people in here. Let me guys. Ooh, we got a lot. So we're going to be talking about stepping out of your comfort zone. This is honestly something that I'm doing right now. I'm like very anxious, and I'm a person when it's public speaking, I get nervous. So stepping out of our comfort zone, this is what I'm doing right now. So I'm nervous. There's a lot of people on here. Oh, I should do a promo. I do have some stuff. So at the end, if we do have time, then we can do that. Yes, let's get it. So basically we're going to be talking about stepping out of your comfort zone. We do have 2 speakers on, 2 business owners. So basically they're going to come on and talk about things that they've been through, talk about risks that they've taken. So a lot of people on, same energy as your YouTube channel. You guys are so sweet. Waving. I'm gonna wait for a few people to come on and then we'll get started. I took some notes. I don't want to be rambling. So yes, let's get it. So what are some things that you guys feel like you're struggling with now? Comment down below some things that you feel like you're struggling with. Some things that you've been thinking about that you haven't done. What are some things down below? Let me know. I asked you guys this earlier today. I asked you guys, what's something you've always wanted to do but haven't yet? Are you scared? Are you procrastinating? Are you worried about what people will think? Are you anxious? Let's talk about it. Let me know. Getting constant sales, self-doubt, sales. What else? Keeping stocked customers, confidence. What else? Posting engagement on my YouTube channel, skincare, product pictures, YouTube channel. We're gonna talk about that. YouTube channel, not getting sales. So I'm gonna talk about things that you guys mentioned here. So start your business. Some people say scared to fail. Like you can't be scared to fail. Start your YouTube channel. Scared to start your lip gloss business. Start a business. Make skincare products. Have your own business. Be a 6-figure business. So we're gonna just talk about a lot of different things. Stepping out of your comfort zone. Somebody said not caring about what people have to say. Worried that people won't like it. So let's get it. So number one, I want to talk about when you're stepping out of your comfort zone, you will never ever regret it. This is something that I've learned. Stepping out of your comfort zone, 9 times out of 10, that thing that you want to do, that you're like, you keep procrastinating, or you're anxious, or you're scared, that thing is going to get you closer to your goals. Make a YouTube channel. Let's get it. So it's a lot of stuff you guys are struggling with. So 9 times out of 10, like I said, that thing that you're putting off is something that's going to get you closer to your goals. So do something different. Challenge yourself to do something differently. Right now, I'm on live. I'm a person that I get very anxious. My hands are sweating right now. But guess what? You have to step out of your comfort zone if you want different. You have to allow yourself room to grow. If you don't step out of your comfort zone, if you remain, if you remain just doing the same thing, how do you expect to grow? How do you expect to get those sales? How do you expect to gain supporters? So when it came to starting my YouTube channel, starting my business, these are things that I've always wanted to do. It's crazy that I'm achieving it right now, but these are always things that I wanted to do. At the age of 10, at the age of 11, I remember me talking in my mirror like, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I would literally like pretend like I was talking to an audience. And it's crazy that right now I'm talking to an audience. So it's like things that we want to do, you have to just do it. Step out of your comfort zone and do it. So number 2 here, stepping out of your comfort zone, opportunities will arise. There's going to be literally people that you watched before that you're going to be talking to. Like, for example, Mocha P Beauty, Mocha. Literally, I would watch her YouTube channels, I remember. And now we could just talk. We talk like regular people. So it's like people that inspired you, once inspired you, you're going to be able to talk to those people. You're going to be able to get in rooms with people you never even thought of. You're going to literally make money that you never even thought you could touch when you step out of your comfort zone. So let me see what y'all saying. I love your mindset. Hello, everybody. So like I said, we do have 2 guests coming on. We have 100 people on here. This is crazy. So opportunities will arise. You will start collabing with people. You will start making money when you step out of your comfort zone. Do things that make you uncomfortable. Literally embrace that fear, embrace that anxiousness, and turn it into something like wonderful. I'm telling you. So another thing is blessings will come. Life will change, and it will change for the better. Those things, like I said, are getting you closer to your goals. So maybe you want to go live. Challenge yourself to go live. Challenge yourself to put yourself out there. There's a lot of people that struggle with, promoting your business. When I'm out in public, this is me. I promote my business. Here, my business card, I promote my business. I don't care. So you have to step out of your comfort zone if you want to make it somewhere in life. If you want to be that person that you envision yourself, it's not going to happen if you don't step out of your comfort zone. So another thing that I wrote here is, you need to stop caring what people think. This is one thing that I definitely struggle with. I'm a people pleaser, and I always want people to be happy. I always want everybody to love me. But when stepping out of your comfort zone, you need to understand that you're taking a risk. You're rolling that dice. You're doing things that people are not going to always agree with you or support you or accept you for you. But that's something that you need to understand. You need to understand that you're not going to please everyone. You have to stop caring what people think. And I feel like that's the hardest with me. Let me see what you guys are saying. So yeah, I feel like that's literally the hardest thing with me, because I always want people to be good. I want people to support me. I want people to be happy. But when you're doing things, you have to, when you're stepping out of your comfort zone, you have to understand that people are not always going to agree with you. That's the hardest part. But once you break that shell, nothing can stop you. Nothing. So another thing that I said here, when you step out of your comfort zone, you meet people with the same mindset as you. So if you're working 9 to 5, not that there's anything wrong, because I worked multiple 9 to 5s, but when you're working a 9 to 5, you're around people with that mentality. If you want to be a business owner, you got to step out of your comfort zone and do things that you would never even think about doing. So going live, starting that YouTube channel, starting that business, promoting yourself, putting yourself out there. If you don't step out of your comfort zone, none of those things are going to happen. None of those people that you want to meet, you're going to meet. None of that money that you want to touch, you're going to touch if you're in your comfort zone. So that's another thing. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Somebody said here, I'm starting an eyelash business and you inspire me. Thank you guys so much for your support. Somebody said, I feel like I'm always the hardest on myself. We're so hard on ourselves when we think so much. We fear. We literally, we talk to ourselves so badly. But 9 times out of 10, what you're fearing, that thing that you feel like is going to happen, is not going to happen. Trust me, it's not going to happen. Somebody said you have to be uncomfortable to grow. Yep. Hello. She broke 100. So another thing is, when you move differently, when you step out of your comfort zone, you attract differently. So if you have that money mindset, you're going to attract people with money. If you have that go-getter mindset, if you're an entrepreneur, that's what you're going to attract. So stepping out of your comfort zone is a must, and it's crucial for growth. You literally become so creative when you step out of your comfort zone. And it's crazy, like sometimes when you're confined and when you're within your comfort zone, you want to do things because other people are doing it. You look at what they're doing and you kind of feel like you're stuck in a box. Let me know down below if you guys feel that way right now. Hello, Kendall. Let me know if you guys feel that way. When you're within your comfort zone, you feel like you need to do what everybody else is doing. Let me know. Nope. Somebody said, I thought I would have certain support and realized that I didn't have. Nope. Literally, when you step out of your comfort zone, you're going to know who your real friends are. How I learned who my real friends are was starting a business. Getting pregnant. When I got pregnant, I lost a lot of friends. I lost a lot of friends. I lost a lot of people. But that's the thing. When you step out of your comfort zone, you realize who's really there for you and who's not. You realize who's really supporting you, and you realize who's not. At the end of the day, don't expect support. When you step out of your comfort zone, don't expect support. When you start that business, don't expect support. People will come to you for you. You know, I don't expect none of y'all to join this live. I don't expect nobody to stay here and support me. I'm being me, I'm being real, and I'm being authentic. So that is something, when you step out of your comfort zone, you're just unapologetically you. I don't know if I said it right, but you're you. Like, you're being yourself, you're being real, and you're creative. Like, it feels so good when you step out. It's hard, it's hard being, confined, but, take it day by day. Put one foot in front of the other and just keep pushing, keep going. Somebody said, I tell everyone what I have a 6-figure business. I can't read these long paragraphs, y'all. I will be here all the way, supporting you all the way. I appreciate the support. I appreciate the love. So what are some things? You're welcome. So what are some goals, or what are some things that you feel like are holding you back? Comment down below some things that you feel like is holding you back from getting closer to your goal, or from launching that business. What are some things that's not sales, something that you feel like, because literally sales, if you don't have sales, that should be the reason that you keep going. If you don't have supporters, that should be a reason that you keep going. So what is the real reason? Are you scared? Are you worried about what people think? Like, what is it? Wanting to be perfect. This is something that I literally talked about this on my personal page. If you don't follow, you should go ahead and follow at Aida Ozuna. But I talked about, I had a mindset shift, literally. I'm a perfectionist, well, recovering perfectionist. I'm a perfectionist, and literally I want things to be set in stone. I want things to be right away, boom, right out the bat, but that's not how it works. Literally, I'm gonna see if I can show y'all the picture. I wish I could add it. I don't know how to use this. But literally, there was a picture of Nike. So Nike's first logo does not look like how Nike looks now. So that's the thing. You can't expect everything to be perfect. And that's something that I came to realize that if I never put myself out there, if I never try to grow, if I don't make mistakes, if I don't take risks, I'm going to just keep all my ideas to myself. All of these things, stepping out of your comfort zone, I literally wrote this down in my manifestation book. This is so old, stepping out of your comfort zone, the ways on how to step out. I wrote this for myself. And guess what? This was months ago. I wrote this for myself. I literally have different things that I write for me, for motivation. And guess what? I stepped out of my comfort zone. And I'm like, you know what? This live can possibly provide value to somebody. This live can possibly help someone. So what would me staying in my comfort zone, how would that benefit anybody? It's not benefiting me, it's not benefiting you. So stepping out of your comfort zone and taking risks, especially as an entrepreneur, entrepreneurs often glamorized. This shit is not easy at all. I know I'm not like, haven't been an entrepreneur for 10, 20 years, but so far I've realized that one of the things with being an entrepreneur is that you have to step out of your comfort zone. Step out of your comfort zone, because if you don't, you're going to feel confined. You're not going to be able to implement new things into your business. You're not going to have ideas to implement into your business if you don't step out and try something new. You have to fall on your face. You have to make mistakes. You have to deal with hate, all of that, but that all comes with the game. So let's see what you guys are saying. I saw that pic. It's all a process. It's all a process. Tips on making money. This live is not for that. Today we're talking about stepping out of your comfort zone. I could do a whole different video on making sales. A lot of people say procrastination and definitely wanted shit to be perfect. Yep, anxiety, but I push myself out there, which is why I've been... Anxiety is something that I deal with. I don't want to sit here and self-diagnose myself. I'm not a therapist. I'm actually looking for a therapist, but this is something that I deal with. I deal with anxiety, and I feel anxious a lot of the times. And I notice that I have all these thoughts in my head, like, oh my God, what if people think I'm this? What if this happens? What if this happens? But this is something that you have to embrace. Like right now, my heart is beating on my chest. But this is something that you have to embrace. You have to embrace the anxiousness. Embrace what you feel. When you embrace it, when you put yourself out there, it's going to feel amazing. So right now I'm going to have one business owner on. Well, I have two, but we're going to start with, let me go ahead and request. So she's going to, we're going to her. Let's see if she gets on the live. I sent her the request. And she's going to basically talk about, she's also a business owner. She's going to go ahead and talk about, hi. So she's going to go ahead and talk about things that she did, talk about your business, and let them know a little bit about you.
Okay, so hi guys, I'm Jasmine. I'm 17 years old. Like you said, I deal with anxiety, that's why I'm pushing myself to go on live a lot, doing YouTube. Like doing YouTube, it just took forever for me. It was just, I don't know why it took forever, because I'm actually good in front of the camera. It's just after a while, I get like awkward. I get really awkward in front of the camera. And like I run out of things to say. So yeah, I started my business when I was 15 and I'm now 17. I turned 17 like 2 weeks ago.
Boss moves.
So yeah, I like what these other businesses in the comments are saying. Like I struggle with like I guess motivation from
what are some ways that you motivate yourself, especially how long have you been in business?
Almost 2 years in November.
And that's a long, like 2 years is little, but it's a long time at the end of the day. Like
yeah.
I haven't even been in business for that long and it feels like I've been longer. So what are ways that you motivate yourself or that you find motivation?
Well, I set goals for myself. Like I want to, like next year by the end of 2021, I want to hit 6 figures. And
Wanna, you will.
I will. So I'm trying to hit 6 figures at the end of next year. And then I also want to be a homeowner by 19. So I'm not trying to live in an apartment or anything.
Play no games.
Not that that's bad, but I want to save my money for a house rather than wasting it on an apartment.
Right.
Yeah.
So what are some risks? What are some big risks that you feel like you've taken? Like, what are ways that you stepped out of your comfort zone besides starting a YouTube channel? And like, what are some things that you've learned throughout the way that can help somebody?
Reaching out to influencers, definitely, because I struggle with talking to people. Like that's how I push myself out of my comfort zone, to talk to people, because when I talk to people, then you practice more and more and more, and then that anxiety kind of goes away.
Right. So you learn to like embrace the feeling, basically.
Yeah.
So what are some ways that you feel like can help somebody? For example, somebody that may be dealing with fear or self-doubt or like procrastination, like someone said in the comments, what are some ways that you deal with those things? Especially being a business owner, especially you're in school. So how do you like balance those?
Well, I have, like you said, I'm a perfectionist. So I like to have a lot of lists. I have like 400 journals. My laptop, my best friend. The
Hold
note
on.
section, yes, the
Hold
note
on. Hold
section,
on.
the note section of my phone, best friend. Because like I don't know about you, but I purge all of my ideas before I go to sleep. Like I literally can't go to sleep if I don't write out my thoughts. Like it just
Yeah, because I'm going to forget. I'm going to just forget.
mhm, right. And it could be like a great idea, and I'll be like, no, I'll remember that. No, I'll remember that. No, no.
Mm-mm.
Because in an hour, I'm gonna be like, what was that great idea that I had, and I'm not gonna remember it all.
So how do you deal with, like, I know in the beginning, like, did you always have people supporting you, or how did that come about? Or
Um,
did you have sales automatically? Because everybody's different. Like
no,
some people. So like, how did you deal with no support or people that didn't believe in you or people that might have hated when you first started your business? How did you deal with things like that?
um, well, I didn't really have haters. I had a lot of copycats. So like when I first started, like I was when I first started 2 years ago, there wasn't really people doing lip gloss. I literally only knew of 3 people, and
Right.
they were still like very small. The only person I knew was like Marisa. I forgot her last name. But if you went on YouTube back when I first started, there was only like 2 videos on like how to start lip gloss. So I would say I didn't deal with haters, but I mean I do now, I guess. But I kind
How
of
do
use
you
that
deal
as
with that? How do you deal with
I
that?
kind of use that as motivation because although it like I don't know, someone said take it with a grain of salt, but I don't even do that. I'm just like,
Push it
why
off.
are you on my page? you know so I think the product proves in itself that the hater like serves no purpose.
So how do you deal? Let's talk about that. How do you deal with How do you deal with copycats? How do you deal with people trying to? I literally talked about this the other day. Like, even though there's people trying to cut your grass, water it. Focus on your grass. So
Mm-hmm.
how do you deal? How do you deal with copycats and people? Like, how do you deal with it? Because that's
Mm-hmm.
something I
I
struggle
kind
with.
of
Like I literally see people take captions from
seriously,
products
people
from.
take my captions, photos, they take hashtags. Like, are you that lazy? Are you that lazy?
You
Come
ain't do
on.
your research on the hashtags.
Exactly. And people like I try to make my brand as unique as possible, like especially with my lip gloss tubes. A lot of people keep asking me who's your vendor, where do you get them, I and they don't even follow me. Especially if they don't follow me, I just block them because that's disrespectful. First of all, like why are you asking me that? That's
It's
lazy.
all
That
about.
is lazy. You
It's
don't go
good. No,
and
I'm all about like helping, but let's normalize like Googling stuff before you ask somebody. If it's something that you can
right, like
easily Google, like it's disrespectful to ask like a business owner who's your vendor. Don't be doing that. But like, what are
exactly.
some ways that you deal with copycats? Do you confront them? Do you leave them alone? Do you like?
No,
I know you recently got a trademark.
mm-hmm. Like I usually block them if I'm not like close to them, if I don't notice that I'm close to them or anything, and I don't
Block
know
it,
them
ignore
really,
it.
but like I notice that they've been lurking on my page, I just block them. So, but the thing is with copying, they will copy you, but you will always be one step ahead of them because
10 steps because they
right,
keep moving
because
less you do.
you got a whole plan, and they're just looking at you like, what are you gonna do next? That's what I'm gonna do
And
next.
that's
What are
the
you
thing,
gonna do
like
next?
when it comes to being an entrepreneur, like it's way beyond just your products. It's way
Mm-hmm.
beyond that. It's the behind the scenes that people don't see how hard you work. It's a
Exactly, and everyone's like, um, oh yeah, this girl hit 6 figures. I'm gonna do that too, but don't want to put in none of the work. None of
no.
the work. Like you will be pulling countless all nighters,
Hold on, it's cold. Let me turn off this AC.
just every night, y'all. Every night is an all nighter. I swear. If you're not okay with taking risks, if you're not okay with staying up long hours, if you don't have that mindset, then this is not for you.
It's hard.
And
So,
if you can't handle negative feedback, like if you can't handle that, this is not for you.
ooh, let's talk about that. So, have you ever had like negative reviews or fake reviews?
I've never had actually I think I had one fake review, but it was a long time ago. I don't even remember what they said. But for negative reviews, it was usually somebody um who took a long time to get their package. It wasn't like it wasn't nothing that was wrong with the product, but it was just because somebody because you know USPS took too long to get their package.
Right. So people
That was
just,
really it.
when you're supporting a small business, you have to keep all these things in mind. It's literally,
Yeah.
so is it just you, or have you like outsourced and hired people yet, or it's just you?
For now, it's really just me, but I don't run my customer service. I have someone else who runs that for me. So, and then when I make my products,
Let me
then,
say, are you
you
a
know,
full-time entrepreneur?
yeah.
And
So,
she goes to school.
mm-hmm, a lot of work. It's a lot of work. I
Let me
try
see
to
that.
manage my time the best I can. But while I make my lip gloss, like, you know, this whole week I've been making lip gloss. So I made like 1,300 tubes.
I seen
And
that dang
mm-hmm,
freaking.
it's sitting right on that chair. But I had my brother and my mom helping me because even though I'm really fast with doing it, that's a lot of work, like just for me.
Right. So what are some ways that you feel like, what are 3 tips that you would give any new entrepreneur that wants to start a business, that's struggling, like 3 tips, 3 good tips that you would give, like advice that you would give any entrepreneur wanting to start?
I would say go into it with an open mind, have no expectations. Like, don't have no expectations of anybody, not people you know, not people you don't know. Just take all the feedback that you can get and run with that. Grow off of that. Um, the second thing, I would say have a plan. I didn't go into it with a plan. I ended up quitting after like a month because I didn't go into it with a plan. And then third, I would say learn. Ooh, there's a bug. Learn how to manage your time. Like if you don't have any,
Somebody literally just said, I'm struggling with my time right now.
yeah,
So,
you need to get on that. Like learn how to manage your time, make lists, make schedules, do whatever you can do to
and that's the
like
thing,
better your balance.
everybody deals with it differently. So you might plan your head of time. Personally, me being a mom, it's really, really, really freaking hard. It's really hard. So sometimes my days, there's days where I wake up at 11 a.m. Like literally, I don't always wake up at 7. I don't always wake up at 8. I don't always wake up. So it's like it kind of fluctuates, especially being a mom. So
Mm-hmm.
like everybody has their own system. I plan out my days ahead of time. You
Me too.
might do something where like you have your own set. So that's something that everybody has your own system, different things that you do with your business. So what may work for me may not work for you. What may work for
Mm-hmm.
you might not work
And
for whoever's watching.
yeah, and that's where people get confused with the copying because they think, oh well, it's working for her. Let me try it, and then they get frustrated because instead of spending time to take a step back and research what they did wrong, they
Right,
are
they just
going
keep
to
going.
copy someone else.
And that's the
It
thing,
doesn't
like
work.
when it comes to branding, like make it you, have a
Mm-hmm.
story, have like who are you as a person, and that's something you can implement into your brand. So
Yeah,
people are
definitely.
crazy. Let me see what everybody else is saying. Thank you. Somebody said, yes, being a mom is very hard, very hard. Time management, and in school having a business. So anybody have any questions? Any questions for Jazz? Comment down
I
below.
beat myself up sometimes for not waking up early. Yeah, I do that too, but I mean, at the end of the day, if you manage your time right and you force
Yeah,
yourself to get up, you gotta have a routine. Like,
yeah.
even if you may break it one day, it's fine. Get the time back. It's fine.
That's something that I used to do. Like, oh fuck, I woke up. It's 12 p.m. What do I do? And like, oh my god, my whole day. But
Girl,
that's the
in the
thing.
summer, I would literally wake up at 3 o'clock.
Yeah, no, like it's like I don't always wake up early. That's something that people don't understand. Like, yes, there's people that wake up early, 5 a.m. to do everything they have to do, but you have to do what works for you. What works for you? I'm a mom. Sometimes I work in the night. I'm up until 5 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
It is not realistic for me to wake up at 5 in the morning if I don't sleep. Like that makes no sense.
Yeah.
So basically what works for you. That's something that you learn what works for you and what not works for you.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about website, how to product price.
Also, you guys, I talk about all this stuff. I just started a different page. So I talk about all this stuff on my new page. And a lot of people have found it helpful. Like right now, a lot of people are
What's the new
focusing.
page?
I'll type it in the chat. It's Teenage Boss Inc.
Product price. So let's talk about, It's a lot of questions up here. But let's talk about stepping out of your comfort zone. That's what we really started talking about.
I know.
So that's the thing. Being an entrepreneur and you were talking to other entrepreneurs, it's back and forth.
It's just like your mind is on like go, go, go.
Right. So how do you have like entrepreneur friends, or is you still surround yourself with like those same people from when you started?
I would say in person, I have friends who are influencers or have a business. I don't really like closely interact with people who aren't like me. I like the energy that I'm putting out.
Right. So I feel like that goes into stepping out of your comfort zone. Once you step out of your comfort zone, if you want to become that business owner, you got to do it, and then surround yourself with business owners. Don't expect to have like a mentality where it's like a closed-minded like mentality and be able to like attract open-minded people. So anything else that you want to tell my followers, my viewers, anything about your business, any tips, any tricks before we go ahead?
One thing I would say is if you have a business of any kind, learn how to do a flat lay. Definitely learn how to do a flat lay. I'm serious, y'all. Get on the flat lays, because I've had so many more people come to my page with flat lays than a regular picture. And learn how to market and brand yourself correctly.
So flat lays, I'm still getting new to all this, the picture wise. So flat lays is just literally when they're laying flat like that. So
I think your products would look really good in a flat lay. Like you have really good branding.
Flat lay. I still gotta learn because I don't know about flat lay. So literally, so how did you learn like about flat lays and just what are different types of ways that you could lay? I don't know.
So I learned through YouTube. I like this one video came up on my YouTube feed one day and was like how to do flat lays for Instagram or whatever. And
flat lays is what like those clothing businesses do. They just put the clothes on the floor.
A lot of makeup brands do it too. So like, you know, when they have the palette sitting like over here and then they got little like smaller products over here. Yeah, that's.
But you gotta have an eye for that because you gotta set certain props.
And like me, someone who's like me, I love photography. Like that's like the creative part of this is all me. Like that's so fun to me. I'll wake up in the morning.
Being an entrepreneur, you gotta be creative. You gotta implement things like.
Yep, I'll wake up in the morning just to take pictures and then go back to sleep.
See, so what's the worst part about being an entrepreneur? We'll get into like the best part. So something that you dislike about being an entrepreneur.
I would say, I mean, out of everything, I would honestly say.
Or something that you dislike doing. That's not your favorite, part.
Oh, that I dislike doing? Making all the lip gloss at one time. I really don't know how to take a bunch of breaks. Like, I'm not a fan of breaks. I'm like, no, we're just going to do it straight. We're going to get through this. Yeah, no, that's one of my flaws. Like, I will keep going. I push myself too hard.
So hard,
a lot of people are like, we'll just take a 5-10 minute break. I'm like, see, I don't know how to do that.
See, but that's the thing. Like, this is where self-care comes into play. I always talk about self-care, but self-care is definitely important, especially as an entrepreneur. So you won't leave. I mean, you've been doing this for 2 years, but there's businesses that go for 2 years and just burn out and just stop. So sometimes you have to implement self-care into like that routine. Even if you take 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, just chill. The lip gloss not going nowhere. Just chill. So what's something that you love to do, like your favorite part about being an entrepreneur?
Meeting new people and getting to be creative with the photos and the products that I come out with. That is my favorite part. Those 3 parts of business, my favorite part.
I feel like I would say mine, the freedom. Number 1, the freedom. Wait, have you ever worked a 9 to 5?
Nope.
See, you want to know, but 9 to 5s, like I literally started working at the age of 16. So I worked at Subway, Chipotle, the casino, Dunkin' Donuts, like any job, you name it, I worked there. But like I never stuck because that's something I didn't enjoy. Like I don't like being told what to do. I don't like taking orders. I gotta be my own boss. Okay, I'm bossy. I have to literally be.
Exactly. Like I'm a person who I like sarcasm. I like to talk back, and I feel like
you can't do that. You fired.
you can't do
You don't
that.
have to fire me. Hold on.
Right, you can't do that to people.
Mm-mm.
But I feel like in this business, you set your own rules, so
Right. But that's the
there's no
thing
right or
where
wrong.
discipline comes into play. So how do you keep up with like what you have to do, like your inventory, taking product pictures? So how do you remain disciplined? What are some things that you implement into your business that way?
I set schedules. Like, I know I posted this on my story, and I've had a lot of people say that it's been working for them, but you have to be consistent with it. It's a schedule, but you list times. So I do this because I have school during the day. Yeah, I have school during the day, and then I have this like 3-hour break in between school. So that's either my chill time, and then I work later, or that's the time that I work, and then I take a little chill time and then work a little bit more later. So I would say, again, time management, that is the biggest thing.
Okay, so let my followers know your at name. Let them know like where they can follow you, what your business consists of before we do end right here.
Okay, my business, I sell lip gloss, lashes. I just started a jewelry page. It launches on October 2nd, and you can follow me at Jasmine Cosmetics with 2 S's at the end.
And the YouTube.
And you can. I left my name in the comments. I'm sure it got lost though, but you can follow my new small business support page at Teenage Boss Inc. Someone said, "What's a flat lay?" Oh, it's literally just a picture with your products linked back. Yeah,
but that's the
like
thing. You gotta make it look a certain way. See, I'm a practice the flat lays. I just learned something new.
Yeah.
So thank you for joining my live. I'm gonna have more lives, so I'm gonna have you on here, especially if you're a business owner as well. So thank you for tuning in, and I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Aida out. Let me stop.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. So now we have, let's see did you guys enjoy that? Comment down below if you're enjoying this live so far. Comment down below. Some black hearts. Comment down below black hearts. We do have another business owner coming on. So 1 second. Let me make sure she's on the live. Hold on. Let me make sure she's on the live. Somebody said, thank you guys so much. Thank you so much for tuning in. We have 107 people on here. Aida out. I'll be swearing I'm on YouTube. Yep. Let's get it. So we have another business owner coming on. I requested, waiting for her to come on. Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you? What are you doing?
I'm good. I'm watching the live. I was here the whole time. I was commenting.
Yeah, see, it's so many comments I can't even see. So tell them about you, what your business consists of, how did you get started, who you are, your name, your age, all of that. We want to know.
Okay. Hey guys, my name is Kayla. I am a 20-year-old entrepreneur. I am the owner of the Body Boutiq, which is a self-care brand. We sell cute self-care products, basically. I've been in business for a year and probably like 4 months, but I don't count the first 10 months because it was real slow. But yeah.
You still got to count it. You still got to count it.
Do I though? Because you know what? I wasn't putting in the time and effort that I should have been. So I don't like to count it because, you know, it feels like it's fake.
But still, like, that was trial and error. But anyway,
Right.
But anyway, keep going. Like, so you've been in business.
Okay. Right. So I started my business when I was working in Models. Long story short, I started it because I was tired of my hands being ashy at the register, and these I don't want to like butcher any brands, but like the big household brands were just, I feel like, weren't made for women of color. They just weren't doing my skin good. So I ended up buying some shea butter, doing some investigation, and I found a formula. Started selling
not the ashy hair.
Yeah, my hands was ashy. It was cold in there. My ankles was ashy, and I wish I wasn't doing it. So yeah, I started. I started making the body butter. Yeah, I started off with like one smell. I started off with a really, really, really small quantity. I did not plan it. I didn't have no type of business, nothing. I just posted it and started selling. Yes, my hands was ashy, y'all.
All right. Oh shit. Okay. Okay.
Y'all look mad funny. No way.
Nah, wait, I'm laughing. Okay, keep going. Keep going.
Okay, but yeah, so and it's funny because when I marketed my products, I made sure I was like, don't be the ashy friend. I was making sure they knew not to be the ashy person. I
Oh
cannot.
shit. Oh shit. Okay.
But yeah, so that's how I pretty much got started. And then from there, I was selling, and I wasn't putting in that much effort because I was a full-time college student working full-time at Models, and then trying to do my business full-time. So this is not like this is
Oh,
okay,
shit,
stupid.
okay.
Just ignore me.
Okay.
But yeah, I mentally
Let
made
me
the
start reading
choice
the comments.
don't even read the comments, you're gonna keep laughing. I mentally made the choice that like what was happening in school wasn't for me. So this is not like I don't recommend this to anybody, but I mentally like separated myself when I was in school because what I was learning as far as marketing and business was very outdated compared to what I was trying to do in my business in the present day, you know? Like
Right.
marketing is so textbook when you learn it in college. So I recently took the semester off to put all my efforts into my business, especially because this is my biggest and my main source of income. So I just got an office space, so now we have bills. We have stuff to keep up with.
Bills, honey.
For real. So I was like, I want to give this a semester. I want to see what it can do in the holiday season, how big it could flourish. But yeah.
I ain't reading the comments. I'm looking straight at you. So what are ways that what was that mindset shit like, I'm finally starting my business? Like, because you said you were going to school, you were working, but
So
I feel like my
it
connection
started
is
this
fucked
year
up.
in January.
You can hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. Comment down below black hearts if you can hear like both of us, or is it lagging? Comment down below. Let me see. Y'all still laughing up in the.
Can anybody hear me?
They're commenting black hearts. They could hear me. So can you hear her?
Okay.
I can hear you, but it's
hear.
like probably like it's like
Yeah,
not good
I can hear you
connection.
now. Okay.
Try to leave and then come back.
Okay.
Yeah. So y'all enjoying the live? If you can hear me, comment. Ooh, it's lagging. It's still going. Dang. I don't want to have to leave. We can. You guys are just lagging. We can hear both of you. Do I gotta leave? If you guys can hear me, I feel like you probably can't hear me. Yours was lagging. Hers was fine. The ashy hands, stop trying to make me laugh. No, you're fine. It's good. It's not lagging. Okay, so let me go ahead and add her onto the to live again. Okay, she's on. My throat hurt. 111. I keep seeing 111.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, cool. I forgot where I was. Okay, so basically, long story short, January, I was like, you know what? I'm not about to have a business that's standing still. We about to like make it work. I don't know what I have to do, but it's gonna work. So from there, I just basically rebranded one. I wasn't identifying with my brand. It was like KP Natural Products. It was like really, it was not it was mad. I don't know, like, right. It was very like, you know, like when you search up self-care and you see like the grassy backgrounds, like
Yeah.
that wasn't
Basically, you
that
felt
wasn't
like you were trying to be like somebody else, or you were trying to fit
right.
in.
I
You were
was,
within
yeah.
your comfort zone.
Yeah, because you think of self-care, you don't think of like how I present it. So that's basically what I wanted to do. So I rebranded to the Body Boutique, which I fell in love with. And from there, it seemed like things just kind of kept going. So the I made a jump when COVID hit and I quit my job. I was like, all right, because this is not working out. I don't like it here. It was just a whole bunch of stuff. So I quit my job and then I literally had like no savings. I didn't have really no plan. I was like, I'm just gonna figure it out. And my mom
Step
was
out of your comfort zone.
she was like, nobody's buying body butters in the pandemic. I was like, you would think, right?
Right.
So then it really went crazy from there. And then I ended up gaining from 900 followers to I'm at 13,000 today in only like 5 months, 5 or 6 months, whatever.
So
So,
what are ways that you feel like anybody, like, what is a tip that you would give to any entrepreneur wanting to start? 3 tips that you would give them.
okay, I wrote this down. So one, if you don't work, that means no sales. So I be getting DMs like, oh, I don't see any sales, da 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 da, but then they haven't posted in like months or like weeks. You have to post to get sales. No matter how big your brand is, one thing that I'm learning, if you're not on their timeline consistently, on their highlights consistently, they're gonna forget about you. So that's one. Two, nobody owes you anything as far as your family, your relationship. You shouldn't expect anybody to have to help you or promote for you or buy from you. Like, don't expect that. I never did. Like, it's my business.
But it's something that people do. That I hear people, oh, she's not supporting me. Oh my God. But who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, don't expect it. Don't expect it.
Right, and that comes into play about like, are you starting the business for you or are you starting it for them? Like, you have to be able for everybody around you to say no, and then you still say yes for it to work. You can't be worrying about everybody's yeses and their no's and stuff.
This is where having motivation and having a reason to start. Why did you start? You ain't want to have ashy hands, so you started your business.
Oh my God.
So that's something that you have to remember. We all have a reason as to why we started. So what's another tip that you would give?
Success doesn't have a time limit. I feel like with my story, it's really like I was in business since May last year, but like I said, the first 10 months, I wasn't getting sales. I was getting maybe like 2 sales a month, but I mean, I was still showing up on Instagram, but like not really. But I really
because you weren't probably as motivated. Probably
I wasn't. I was in school. I was making money from my job. I was comfortable, and you have to step out of your comfort zone. Just like how she's been talking about this whole life. Like, if I didn't take the jump from my job, I would still be bagging it. Like, oh, do you want your receipt? Like, you have to take a jump. So
do you want it in the bag, or do you want it?
Exactly. And people were being so nasty. I remember the breaking point for me was when I was working at the supermarket, 7-8 hour shifts, no break, on my feet in the cold, and I had cramps because I get really bad, period cramps.
And that's the thing, 9 to 5, like, if you, like, for example, everybody hasn't worked a 9 to 5. Like, Jazz, she was just on here. She didn't work 9 to 5s, but that's the thing. When you have worked a 9 to 5, you know that you never want to go back. I know I don't. So you have to remain motivated. Step out of your comfort zone and push yourself to do what it is that you want to do. Like, 9 to 5s are not easy. Like, especially if you're a person, like, you're a natural born leader. You want to achieve goals in life. A 9 to 5 is not going to allow you to do that. But anyway, keep going.
Yeah, but I think I was just saying that if I didn't keep pushing until I hit basically a year in business, I would have never have seen the success that I'm finally freaking hitting. And I'm getting all these, followers, and people are thinking like, how did you grow so fast? And I'm like, fast? It's been over a year with no movement, no orders.
People see the surface.
Exactly.
They see what you post. They don't see the behind the scenes, the hard work, the times where you're crying, the times where you feel like giving up. Like, that's the thing. Like, success happens different. Like, for me, I launched and I had orders, but there's people that launch don't have orders. There's people that launch and don't get their orders until months. So it all depends. Everybody's different. Don't compare your journey to somebody else's.
Facts. Yeah.
So in comparison, is that something like you dealt with in your business? Like comparing yourself to another business?
Oh, you know what's funny? Up until recently, like maybe up until a month ago, I stopped doing that. But pretty much my whole business career, I've been worried about the wrong things, worrying about why is this person growing at this rate, but then I started before her, you know, like just trying to figure it out. But there's really no math to it. You can start tomorrow and I could start a year ago and you still
You
blow
could blow up, right?
Exactly. Like it really it's not a math. It's honestly about faith. Not to get into religion, but like who you believe in, like you have to really believe that they have a good plan for you
Something,
and
right?
they have your life set out.
Everybody's journey is different. That's the thing. She's been in business, she said, before she even had sales, before any of that, 10 months. So that's something like you have to have it in your mind. Why do you want to start? So drop in the comments below, why are you starting your business? What is something, what is the reason? What is the motivation behind your business? So anything else that you want to let my comparison is a thief of joy facts. Let's see if they have any questions. Go ahead and ask her any questions that you may have down below. My 5 boys. Yep. Focused on my business. Financial freedom. So, okay, how do you manage your money?
This is fun.
Like, that's like, I feel like this is hard.
It is hard. And I'm actually being transparent, I'm actually still having a hard time with this, mainly because as like I said, things are happening so fast to where I don't know how to manage it. I'm actually have to hire. And you know what? I'm sorry. I'm like going from this point to that point. This is another important part of entrepreneurship, knowing when to outsource and when to get help from other things.
I was just talking about that.
Right. I could say to myself, like, oh, I'm going to become a financial advisor and start learning. I don't have time for that, you know? So I have to reach out and hire somebody to help me with certain parts, just like that.
So do you feel like there's a certain time where you should outsource, or can you outsource in the like, what's your opinion on it? Should somebody outsource in the beginning, towards the end where you're making money? What do you think?
Okay, so one, I was working out of my room. So if you're in if you're working out of your room, if you're fortunate enough to have a place in your house, like another room in your house or a basement, I say definitely do that before you get a space. But I didn't have that, so I was working out of my room. It was getting very cluttered in there, and it became a mental drain on me. And then when it mentally messed me up, I was like, all right, I can't do this. And I was just talking to my boyfriend one day, and I was like, how much money do you think I should be making for me to have a space? He said 3 times the amount of rent. I said, oh, okay, well, that's easy for me, you know? So then I took my stuff the same month he said that, and I got a place, because mentally it wasn't so hard to leave working all those hours, to go to my bed, to wake up and do the same thing. Like, I need a separation. So, yeah.
So what's a way, let me see any other question. I'm trying to think of some good questions that I can ask. So what is a way that you stay motivated throughout? This is a question I asked Jazz. What's a way that you stay motivated throughout the hard times? Like, where there's times that you want to give up. What is that push? What is something that keeps you going now, because you're still in business? So
one, this is my biggest and my main form of income. So like, where the money coming from? 1, 2, once you really cut all your ties and you leave your job, I'm not in school, and I honestly don't know if I want to go back. It becomes what else is there, you know? My college career was supposed to lead up until this very moment, to me having my business, until making money, to, you know, all this stuff. So if I'm basically there or here, you know, without college, I have no other motivation but to make it work. And then going into my office every day, and if I'm not getting sales, okay, what's happening? People don't understand that business is business. It's not like, oh yeah, just support because you like me, or just because you follow me. Like, no, you have to figure it out. It's a math, it's a science. And once you figure it out and the orders come in, you know, then that's kind of my motivation. So it's just really just working hard.
You stated that you said that you didn't have savings or nothing. So how did you fund your business? Like, how did you keep like restocking? No, because I know a lot of people, there's somebody that actually commented their problem was to keep restocking. So what are ways that you founded your business or funded?
Okay, so when I first quit my job, I actually had like a really big restock coming up, and thank God I had inventory that I had just brought to get stuff done. And I was just prepping. I put my whole life into that restock. I had 2 weeks. I said, you know what? If I post 5 times a day on my story constantly, somebody's gonna buy it. They're either gonna unfollow or they're gonna buy it. So I
Right.
just really went hard on my Instagram for 2 weeks, and then I sold out on my restock, and then that's the money I used to keep going. And also I do graphics as like a side business, so I think I also went hard on the graphics and made about
Always have a
$600.
side hustle. Key, nope, have some type of income. But keep
Mm-hmm.
going.
So right now it's like it's my business money, my graphic money, then like my money from YouTube. So I don't have one income. You cannot have one income and then still be successful. It's not gonna work. So
Even if it's one other income, have multiples. So
something, yeah.
how do you feel how do you remain consistent with, because YouTube, with your graphics page, with your business page, do you balance it out, or do you take a break from certain things, or what do you do like to balance it out?
I told you I was looking for an editor because I'm struggling
I'm
with
telling
YouTube.
you.
Like I'm pushing out. I told you, bro. I'm pushing out videos on my camera and they sit there because I cannot find the time to edit it. Thank
I
God I
literally have
finally.
like 3 to 4 videos that I have yet to edit. Like, it's hard.
Exactly, it's too much graphics. I give myself a week turnaround time on each project. And I'm not gonna lie, that's hard keeping up with as well. But I just hired somebody to work part-time, so I should really be able to do more stuff.
Somebody said, what's your YouTube channel?
K Productions.
Somebody said, I want to start a graphics page. Start it, sis. Step out of your comfort zone.
Yeah. Oh, let me tell you, if you want to do graphics and you want to get customers, all you have to do is inbox people or DM whatever and say, hey, I would love to make you a logo, or intro, outro for free, as long as you post it on your page. And I promise you, they're gonna say yes, and then from there you're gonna get customers.
You know what's crazy? I remember, like, I think this was when you were at KP Naturals. Like, when your brand was KP Naturals, you literally reached out to be my editor. You're like, oh, I know you're.
Oh my gosh, I did. Yes, I did. Because listen, I was trying to make money. I was like, she's doing videos. I said things are gonna get crazy when you start your business. Do you want?
And that's the thing. She stepped out of her comfort zone to reach out to me to say, hey, do you need an editor? Okay, that's the thing about being an entrepreneur. You have to be on your toes. You have to think of ways to make more money. Like, come on. Step out of, like, the box.
Thank you.
Let me say how to get business booming.
Oh, one more thing. I'm sorry. If you want to really like solidify your business, I would say do different platforms. I recommend TikTok, I recommend YouTube, and then I recommend Instagram as the 3 main forms. Because think about, like, God forbid, you wake up one day and
one of them just
disappears. It's social media. People forget these are free apps. They don't owe us nothing, to post in our stuff and make money. They owe us nothing, and then it's free. They don't get paid from our commissions. So
unless you're paying for ads, but half of the time some people aren't doing ads.
Exactly.
So I have YouTube and then I have Instagram, but I wanted to I created a TikTok. I don't know. I gotta step out of my comfort zone when it comes to that, because I feel like it's just like a whole different audience. Like, it's way different.
Let me tell you, I know we're about to run out of time, but let me tell you, I was doing TikTok, I think for like 2 months, posting, not getting nothing but like 12 views, couple views. I think I have 400 followers. And then just 2 days ago, I was doing my research on like how to make them pop off. And then I used the hashtag business tips, and this video that I have is literally trending right now. And I gained over like 3,000 followers between last night and right now. So just keep going, stay with the trends. 3,000
business tips.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, use hashtag business tips.
If you had to pick, would you pick Instagram or TikTok? Cause I know Jazz too. She uses TikTok. Everybody uses TikTok that I see. Now they're implementing TikTok into their business. So if you had to pick like one, TikTok or Instagram, which one would you pick?
I don't know.
You gotta pick one.
I would say TikTok probably.
TikTok. You feel like you could get yourself out there more than Instagram?
Yeah, I really feel like it's an easier way to pop off. I don't really know how people pop off on Instagram. I mean, I know you get likes, but like
you gotta be.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I say TikTok. You could just do a popular sound, do some good hashtags, and chances are you can get on the For You page. So yeah.
So any questions, anything else that you guys want to ask? Somebody said, is it hard? How do you pay yourself?
Yeah.
we not talking about that right now. Enjoy the selection that followed you. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the love. Had a product price. So how did you deal with like people not supporting you?
I don't care. I never cared
Like,
about
you
that.
never
It's
cared in the
either
beginning?
no, like as far as family, like I said, nobody owes you nothing, and I went into business with that mindset. They don't owe me nothing to buy, nothing. I have family members that still haven't brought. You know, they recommend me to everybody, but they still haven't brought. You know, that's
Right.
not my business. That's
Don't
not.
keep it. Don't take it to the heart. And there's
Yeah,
gonna be
thank you
people
so
when you launch. I can't wait till you launch. I can't do that. Ain't,
Where's your sale at though?
ain't
I
ordered
see a name
nothing.
pop up. Mm-mm.
Ain't ordered nothing.
For real. No, I don't care about that. Business is not personal. People are not obligated to do nothing. Even my mom, not obligated to order nothing from me.
Mm-mm.
But yeah.
Let me see what other questions.
I don't got my glasses on. I'm over here trying to look.
Girl, I'm the damn ring light. How do you show your personality through YouTube for the camera? Someone saying don't buy a thing. So I would say like showing your personality is just being you. Like be authentic, be yourself. At first you're not gonna have a voice, like a voice per se. You're gonna try to probably do things what other people are doing or see what they're doing. But that's the thing, as you keep going, as you step out of your comfort zone, you start to develop a voice. You start to really